How do we stay centered, balanced? Hi, my name is Susie Porter, and I help women rewrite their lives so that they can create their happily ever after. And today I want to talk about something near and dear to my heart, my mind, and that's emotional equilibrium. For those of us who are highly sensitive or emotional or whatever that means to you, like easily triggered, uh, I fit um, two out of three of those categories, and sometimes all three. Emotional stability, equilibrium is important, right? Maybe not when you're three, but when you're 33 and up. It's important to be a functioning adult in this world. And I'm coming from kind of a vulnerable, honest place, to be honest, right now in my life. And there are things are shifting and changing. And so it's even more, I have to really walk my talk, right? And I also wanted to share my lesson in the course today was perfect for this topic. And I will say that the language in the Course in Miracles is very sort of, it's either really super psychological and academic and deep, or sometimes it can be just the most beautiful poetry I've ever read. And this is lesson 343. And Jesus wrote the Course in Miracles. And he said, Father, a miracle reflects your gift to me today. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is the next lesson, 346. He says, Father, I wake today with miracles correcting my perceptions of all things. And that right there, correcting my perception of all things. The reason why we get triggered, the reason I'll speak for myself. My youngest, my daughter, moved away to college, and I, my brain can really create a bunch of thoughts that will make me very sad and very afraid because for 18 years she's been my best friend, right? So the way that we keep our emotional equilibrium is to first of all let ourselves cry, let ourselves feel sad, mad, angry, whatever it is. You can't not be a human being, right? I mean, maybe some people can, but I can't. Um, Especially if you're artistic and creative and sensitive, living in this world is a challenge emotionally. So, what really helps me, I'll tell you, having smart friends really helps, and having a spiritual practice, having a set point. So it's kind of like if you've ever taken ballet, that when you do the pirouettes, pirouette, however you say it, across the floor, which I never mastered. But one of the key things to master spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning, you know, when you see those ballerinas and they just spin and spin and spin, they spot. So they find one spot. So like they'll find like this one, like that dot on the tree, right? And they'll just stare on that as they spin, spot, spin, stare, spin, stare, spin, stare. And that spot, that visual anchor keeps their bodies centered, right? So that's such a great metaphor. For me, it helps me to understand that I can be spinning, and I do. I spin quite a lot. But as long as I keep, for me, the Course in Miracles is my spot, right? I awake today with miracles, correcting my perception of all things. So I could perceive my daughter moving away to college as really sad and really hard and really scary because, oh my God, you know, what's going to happen to our relationship? And she's, you know, it's just, If you're a mom who's really invested in your kids like I was and am, it's it's sad when they leave, you know. I'm not one of those kids. Hey, bye-bye. That wasn't me. So, the way to stay stable, the way to ground yourself when your emotions are spinning, 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 is to choose a focus, right? I also wanted to share a quote that my friend Lydia Cornell put on Facebook yesterday, and it was just perfect. I think it's from AA or one of those cool organizations. Be calm. Do not get emotionally upset by anything that happens around you. Well, too late. I say get upset. It's okay. I'm editing this. But get upset, but have the goal to be not upset, right? Don't it's okay to get upset, right? That's human. But I will say that I get upset less than I used to, and it lasts a shorter period than it used to because I've practiced, like Marianne Williamson, my spiritual mentor, says the word musculature. That's one of her favorite words. So when you practice meditation, prayer, journaling, whatever your thing is, whatever your spiritual practice is, your mental, emotional practice, you build the musculature of a new way of being. Dr. Joe Dispenza, his whole philosophy is to live from a vision of the future, not a memory of the past, and to create elevated emotions and a vision of your future self. And that energy creates a momentum that literally changes your entire life. And people are getting healed from diseases and all kinds of things. Check him out, Dr. Joe Dispenza. So, okay, to get back to this, do not get emotionally upset by anything that happens around you. Feel a deep inner security in the goodness and purpose of the universe. That's a mouthful, right? So, as you're spotting, whatever your spot is, whatever your core belief is, whatever your mantra, your motto for your life is, remember that in times of spinning, in times of fear, in times of pain, in times of grief. If you have a core belief in the goodness and purpose of the universe. A few years ago, I was going through a really hard time. Um, I've talked about it before. In 2014, I had cancer. I had a mold allergy. I couldn't sleep for 4 or 5 months. I was going insane. I had suicidal depression. It was the worst year of my life, and it nearly, I mean, just surviving that year was like, I need a purple heart, right? So, but the mantra I got was from one of my favorite spiritual teachers, Abraham Hicks, who says, everything is always working out for me. Now, that didn't make any sense according to what was happening in my life. But I just kept reminding myself, I don't have to understand how, I don't have to understand why this is happening to me. I don't have to figure it out. And I can say this really hurts. Where I am right now in my life hurts. And that's okay. That's all right. Our anchor as people can never be anything outside of ourselves, even our beloved children, even our husband, even our parents, even our pets. They died. People we love die or leave. And so I just want to leave you today with the thought that emotional stability and calm. Oh, and my very, very favorite verse from the Bible, be still and know that I am God. And if the word God doesn't work for you, just be still. Just be still. If you could just be still and do some of those Wim Hof, check him out, the Iceman, deep breaths, or calm meditative breaths, and feel into your heart. Let yourself feel this hurts. This is sad for me. This is hard for me. But I do believe that everything is always working out for me. I do believe that miracles are correcting my perceptions of all things. I do believe that the peace of God envelops me and I forget all things except love. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if the human race could just live that one sentence Today, the peace of God envelops me, and I forget all things except his love. Lesson 346. Can you imagine if we forgot all the bullshit? There's so much hatred and pain and anger and violence and accusations in the political realm. It's disgusting. And if everybody collectively could do what I'm telling you to do, to have a spiritual practice, to breathe into your heart, to feel your emotions, and then to come back to the center of peace, the peace that passes all understanding. Be still and know that we are a part of this loving universe, and that peace belongs to us. No matter what pain, no matter what. Viktor Frankl found meaning in a concentration camp. I can't fathom it. Even imagining it makes me want to crumble up and die. And yet he did that. Human beings have done incredible things. And we can do incredible things. We can say goodbye to our kids as they go off to college. We can create new lives for ourselves. We can endure the pain of losing someone we love, or going through a divorce or bankruptcy or whatever it is. We can endure, and we can live from a vision of the future and not the memory of the past. And we can every day keep our equilibrium, keep our eyes and our mind focused on this loving, purposeful universe of which we are an integral part. So today I'm working on my equilibrium, and I'm sharing with you things that are working for me. And I'll be honest with you, it hurts. It hurts. Sometimes life hurts. And I don't have a quick, easy, sugar-coated solution for that. Sometimes it's just part of being this human character, right? Susie Porter's got to feel some pain, and that's okay, you know? I've felt a lot of pain in my life, and it hasn't killed me yet. But now, it's funny. I was telling my friend, even when I'm unhappy, I'm happy now because I've practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced and study the Course in Miracles. And I do my work. I journal. I pray. I meditate. I talk to friends. I get out in life. I get out in nature. I do the things that lift me up. And whatever things lift you up, do those things. Okay? You gotta. Well, you don't gotta, but if you want to be happy, if you want to be stable, if you want to get through this life feeling those elevated emotions, you've got to work through the tough ones, right? But you can. You have everything you need in your heart. Don't forget your heart. Yeah. The mind is a great servant, but a terrible master. Believe me, I'm super analytical and intellectual. I don't find my answers through my mind. They come through my heart. They come through intuition. They come through divine guidance. And you have to open your heart to receive the Holy Spirit, to receive divine intelligence, to receive peace. I mean, you can certainly think peaceful thoughts. You can certainly do a lot of things in your mind, but include your heart in your practice. Yeah. Just take a minute today to breathe. Put your hand on your heart and just acknowledge, I see you, heart. I feel you beating. I know you're there. And I'm going to take care of you today. Take good care. God bless.